Welcome back to another Call of Dragons video. As all of you guys know, over the past 4 or so days, I've been updating you on the war going on in Server 32. This has been an insane, massive war, and to be honest with you, upon the game launching, we weren't even sure if we were going to have a fight in Season 1. The Blood family came in so strong with Blood Oath, Blood Moon, and all the other Blood alliances as well, that we weren't sure that we were going to have an opponent that would be able to keep up with what we were doing. But unfortunately, to tell you guys, we were wrong. It's actually not a bad thing that we had an opponent, because we want fights in Call of Dragons. We are not just farming and gathering and upgrading, but we're here to fight. It's part of the game. But I wish I had better news for you today for all of you Blood fans, but we were not victorious in this war versus D&S and D&H. So we essentially lost the battle. BDH and BDM and all the other Blood family members were not able to take down D&S and D&H. So I want to start off and say congratulations to D&S and D&H. You guys fought a very good war. It was difficult on us, and I hope that you had a good time as well inside of the war. There are a lot of things that we learned as a family, the Blood family ourselves. We learned a lot of things about war. This game is brand new. It's been out for 1 month. We haven't had these types of fights. And some of the things and the tactics and the thoughts and the plans that we had didn't always go as planned. And that's part of the fun here, figuring out how everything works and kind of, I don't know, just kind of evolving into a new game. Now, the warfare here is so much fun. And I mentioned it in some of my other videos that D&H and D&S, they were using some guerrilla warfare that was so frustrating to me. Getting my troops taken down before they get to the fight because of my lack of focus on those troops. They really took advantage of that with their fast cavalry T5s, and it was very good for them in the end. For me, not so much. Now, some of the things that we learned here inside this war that I'm going to share with you guys is heroes are not the only important thing, and maybe even more important than heroes is going to be the number of troops. Having massive amounts of troops, being able to refresh your armies and keep your hospitals full and just keep on refreshing your marches with massive amounts of troops is so beneficial. Now, I went into this war, I started with probably only 85,000 Vestals at T4. Tier 4 Vestals. So now here's the problem with my Tier 4 Vestals. They are, first of all, Tier 4 going against Tier 5 troops, which I found a lot of difficulty with. Second of all, I only had about 85 of them. So after one good march, because my march filled at this point in time because of tech is only around 82,000, which is not enough. But after I lost one of my marches, I had to wait for hospital time or use some heads, which I'll share with you guys in a moment, to get myself back in the battle, and this was just not worth it. Now, something that I learned here about how I battle is, one thing, I was being too aggressive. I was getting a little bit too far into the battle, and with T4s, I have to really be careful. I have to attack farmers. I have to pick at people and bother people and be a nuisance rather than be someone that's storming into the battle and taking people down, because that's just not going to work out as well that way. It just doesn't seem to work. So instead of that, I need to be much smarter. I also need to try and really prevent myself from attacking T5 units because of the counterattack damage, which as of right now, as my tech stands, it's too much. I'm taking too much damage. So I need to get all of these up, and I'm working on them now, but unfortunately a lot of them require other things to be up before those as well. I did get ranged assault and I got ranged protection. That's very important. That's done. But I have to get myself with first aid. First aid needs to happen, but as you can see, I need to get this and this to level 5. I could do some research on assault strategies, but that's going to increase my attack. And I need to do defensive formations to increase the defense. But I really want to be a tier 4.5. What that means is I need to get all of my tier 4 troops. We currently have the Vestals. We have the ballistas or the archers. I need to do knights, and I'm working on swordsmen right now. Then we have to get celestials, which I'm really actually excited about, because then I can start picking away and doing some really nice aerial warfare. And then I have to come in and upgrade all of these. I need to get all of this done, everything up to here maxed, by the time we get to the next season. By season 2, or actually not even that, by the opening of pass 3, I need to be ready to fight. And we all need to be ready to fight in the Blood family, and we will meet up again with D&S and D&H. It's going to happen, and it's going to be fun when it happens. We lost this war, but I'm super proud of everyone inside of the Blood family. I'm talking about the leaders that were guiding us through the battles, everyone that was in Discord, even if they were just silent the entire time, being there, participating, being part of this, and following the instructions of the leaders to give it our best shot was really, it was awesome. It really was awesome being part of something that was so big. I've played a lot of mobile games. I've never been involved in something with as many people online focused on one task together ever, not even in Rise of Kingdoms. So this has really been amazing. All the planning and the family stuff that we've done. So that's my plan right there. And my big thanks to everyone that's part of the family that's been guiding me along the way as well. Another thing that I need to work on here that I'm currently working on is military expansion. I want to make my heroes be able to carry as many troops as they possibly can. And military expansion, great way to do that. I may have to rework some talent trees as well, but we're going to get there. It's going to happen. Now, also what we've learned, and we've talked about this in a previous video, is when sending heroes into battle, I really need to make sure that I watch them like a hawk. I'm a sitting duck as a tier 4 when I'm in a whale T5 server. As a tier 4, I'm easy pickings for anybody, and so are you if you're a tier 4, tier 3, even a tier 4.5. You have to really be careful. So when I send out my marches from now on, I am going to watch them until they get to the battle. Now, this happened to me twice. The first time I sent them into battle and I got picked off because I was just doing something else. I didn't even think about it at the time. It had never happened to me. Second time it happened, I was streaming. I was sending them to battle, watching them, then something happened in the battle, so I zoomed in to show the stream, and while I was streaming, my troops got picked off, and man, that felt bad. I was not happy about it whatsoever. It was a bad moment because I fell for it twice. Fool me once, fool me twice, you know how the saying goes. But right now, guys, it's actually not a bad thing. We gave up the zone that we were fighting for. We came over here to a new zone 2. I'll take you guys in, take a look right where we are right now. This is where we lie on the map, and it's back to farming, which is good because I am so low on resources. I need them badly, so it's nice to be able to actually just sit back and go after some darklings and do some gathering. Actually, we need a bunch of ore just to keep progressing, so we're gonna go grab our ore right there, even though not with the best heroes to do it. So back to farming, back to the events inside of the game, back to progressing the base. For a base update, 5.1 million power. We're actually working on some of our resource production here because I've been struggling with resources, of course. And we did get our Vestals, or the Abbey, up to 21, as well as our Ballista Factory, which are important because, well, those are the ones that I have as T4s. I also need to get my Knights up. They're at 19. They need to get to 21, which means I believe I need to get my swordsmen are at 21. Nice. So we're actually progressing pretty well because to get up here to City Hall level 22, we need to get the Knight Camp to 21 and the Wall to 21. So we're basically there. Again, I'm not in a rush because I'm not going to be getting T5s anytime very soon. So yeah, that's not my first thought right there. Now, something that I did just pick up, we got our daily deals. I've been getting these every day. This has been getting my Velen up, and I just repurchased the monthly packs because I think these are great value. They really are. Now, my Velen right here, he's going to be one of the heroes that I really focus on this season. I really want to get him skilled up as high as I possibly can. Now, yes, I did unlock all of his skills. I know you're supposed to go one at a time, but I unlocked them all when I was doing it for a power event, and I didn't care so much because I do get the dailies, so I unlocked between 5 and 10 of him every single day. So before we know it, we're going to have him max. He's 5323 right now. We will very soon have him max level and expertise, which will be really exciting. The other hero I was thinking of upgrading, and I'm talking about like legendaries right now, is going to be Lilia. I don't know what I'm going to do with her, whether I'm going to go spend more on her skills. I have her a 5212. Now again, I got her up in level, or I put the books into her and the stars into her because I was trying to gain power for a power event. My thought was back then that I was going to max her out 5555. I'm back and forth on if I should do that or not. I'm still on the fence, but the good thing is I can always get more of her if I want to and max her at any point in time. I don't feel that it's a bad thing that I have all 4 of her skills done, because it was either going to be a 5-1-1-1 or a 5-5-5-5, because I could always come back and I could buy these packs and get her there essentially for another like under 200 bucks. I'll have her where she needs to be. Remember, you can't use universals on her because, well, you got to buy her. That's just how it goes. Now, if I look at my other heroes, ones that I really also like, I really do like Wildeer, and I also like Alwyn. And of course, I like Atheist because he can get that flying on, and he's an epic, and as well, Craig, so that I can get those flying armies and really start disturbing people as Zone 3 opens up. But Vestals are going to be my focus. I want to have, and I have about 100 and something thousand of them. What I'm going to just continuously try and do, because upgrading is not a thing anymore, I'm just going to try and train as many of them as I can. That's an extra 1,100 of them right there. We're just going to train as many as we can. I'm going to try and have 200,000 Vestals by the opening of the 3rd pass, which will give me 2, possibly 3 full armies to go into battle with. I try not to bring anything besides tier 4s while I have T4s, because I don't want to clog up my hospitals with things that are unnecessary. Keep in mind, if you are using one of these heads right here, like this thing right here, 50,000 unit medical supply, instantly heals severely, sorry, I can't read right now, instantly heals severely wounded units in the hospital. Scrapped after the season ends, so you got to use it, but it doesn't say what tier. So the higher tier troops you have in there, the more value you're getting. If you have tier 5s, you don't want it healing tier 3s or tier 4s. You want to heal the T5s, and you can't choose that. So if you use all the same tier troops, you kind of have a little bit more control of what's going on over there. So, yeah, T4s all day. That is the plan. But we also got back to things that we have been doing and used to do in the past, like right here, the Dire Bear. We just were taking down a Dire Bear today, which was something that we haven't done in, well, it's been about 4 or 5 days since we've gone against the Behemoth. The Behemoth warfare was so much fun. Not only being able to use the Behemoth in our battles, but to be able to have to defend against it and just keep in mind that someone can drop a Behemoth on us at any point in time. It's a really great element to the game. I absolutely love it. And it was nice to get back to some Behemoths. It's nice to get back to some gathering, farming, and building up of the city, because when war comes, all of that gets scrapped. You don't farm, you don't gather, all you worry about is training troops and battling tactics. That's it. And that's something that I love about Call of Dragons, is that you start out playing and you're all about, I want to get T3s, I want to get T4s, I want to get T5s if you're spending pretty big. And you don't care about the battle just yet because you're not there, unless if you're merit farming, which I'm going to put a video out on merit farming very soon. But when you're in war, it's a completely different game. Getting back to farming today felt like a completely different game than when we were in war for the past 4 or 5 days, which was kind of exciting. It's like it gets refreshed. The game changes all the time based on the events that are going on inside of the game, and I absolutely love it. We are 30 days into the game. We're sitting here with 5+ million power. We could probably push a little bit more if I use all of my resources and speed ups. Trying to be a little bit smart with them, but I will use everything before the end of the season. I again want to give a congratulations to D&S and D&H for the good fight. It was a lot of fun. We would have loved to win, but we did not win this one. We'll see how it goes in the future, but congratulations to you guys, and much love to everyone in the Blood family for the organization, the coordination, the effort, and it was just really a great experience for me. And I'm sure we've all learned a lot of things, both on our opponent's side and on our side of the war. And we're all going to kind of just grow from that, learn from that, and bring it into our future battles that I can't wait for. They will come sooner than you know it. So if you want to be up on anything Call of Dragons, whether it be the wars going on inside of Server 32, which is the biggest, most whale server in all of Call of Dragons, or if you just want to know tips, tricks, guides, or my progression throughout the game, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on all my videos coming out every single day. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.